inspiration, motivation, and encouragement is brewing. Welcome to the Tea Time with Tan podcast, where you experience innovative solutions and creative ideas designed for your colossal dream success. Let's sit. Here's your host, Tan.
Hello, everyone. It's Tan Tate, your host of the Tea Time with Tan podcast show. And listen, let me start off by saying thank you. I want to thank you for sipping tea with Tan. This podcast show, it's about inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. It's about life resource tools that aid you in living your best life, in being the best that you can be. It's about hope. It's about helping others prevail every day. It's about you. It's about me. It's about our community. So I'm so excited that you came to sip tea with Tan today. I'd like to welcome all of my first-time listeners. Thank you so much. See, I know you have a choice. You could be doing anything else right now, but you're choosing to sip tea with me. And for that, I am grateful. I'm coming to you from Channelview, Texas. Yes, right outside of the Houston area is Channelview. And listen, there is no place like home. Most of you know I traveled a lot over the past year and a half, 2 years. So I'm glad to be back home, home sweet home. We always like to begin with 60 seconds of Get It Together. And that's when you get time to go and make sure you have your tablet, a pen that's writing. You clear space so that you can receive the tea that's going to be served today. So you know what to do. Take your 60 seconds and get it together. And while y'all do that, I like to jam. It's my theme song. No place like home. And hey, remember to connect with me on social media. On Facebook, look for I Am Tan Tate. Instagram, I Am Tan Tate. Now over on Twitter and Snapchat, it's Anointed, 2 Speak. That's Anointed to Speak. Connect with your girl. Hey. I'm not sure what time it is when you'll be listening, but right now for me it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting my groove on, y'all. Few more seconds. Get up and move that body. Now my brother Tall Cole did my theme music. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Listen, this month we're talking about encouragement. So this podcast is going to be on encouragement. What is encouragement? What does encouragement look like for you? How do you get encouraged? What's some of your best practices for encouragement? Because we all go through things. We go through so we can grow through, so we can glow. And we all can need a little bit of encouragement or either a lot of encouragement. I like to look at it like this. It's always good when you can self-encourage yourself, but we need others too. I want to always begin with the definition. So for this episode, encouragement, we're using this definition: the action of giving someone support, confidence, or hope. So as we begin to talk about encouragement, in our first episode today, we're going to focus on that support piece. Support. Yeah, that's causing me to pause because sometimes I hear often, man, I just don't have anybody to support. There is no support. So I'm going to ask you to do a support wellness checkup. Who are you supporting? Who's in your support network? Who's in your corner? And whose corner are you in? There's a scripture in the Bible that tells us what we cause to happen for others, it's going to come back on us. Now, that's my version of it, but I promise you it's out there. So I want you to begin thinking, what is my support like? What is my support level? Especially if you're someone that's always saying, I don't have any support. I don't have any support. Now listen, I get it. It's not always you or me or us. We do our part. And it seems like when we do our part, we still can't get others to support us. Well, I want to talk to you about God's support. God promised that He would make provision for the vision. His favor surrounds us. And if it's not surrounding you, you need to call that favor in. Listen, favor, come on now. Surround me as a shield. I want to encourage you to know that God is your number one fan when you are God's number one fan. Only what we do for Christ will last. So ask yourself, what are my motives? Why am I doing what I am doing? Am I putting God first? Because you have to put God first in order to be successful. I'm not talking about the success that man can give you. I'm talking about the success that comes from having an intimate relationship with God. I promise you, when you put God first, things start moving in your direction. There is no support like God ordained support. He's going to bring the right people in your life, and He's going to remove the wrong people from your life. We just got to make sure we in tune and we obedient, because oftentimes God has told us, you need to go ahead and cut so-and-so. But we don't want to do it. And then we be asking, why? Why me, Lord? Why me? Well, first of all, He told you to cut them and you didn't. Second of all, He probably already placed something in your spirit, gave you discernment, so you wasn't even supposed to begin that venture in the first place, but you did it. I want to remind you that obedience is better than sacrifice. So if you are not getting the support that you need, start with yourself. Do an inventory, do a maintenance check. Who are you attracting? Who's in your tribe? Because your vibe attracts your tribe. What is going on with you? And then I want you to take comfort in knowing that when you got everything right with God, He's going to show up and He's going to show out. He's going to show up and He's going to show out. Yes, I know it don't feel good when your family don't support you, when your husband may not support you, your wife may not support you, your kids, your best friends, the people who you expect to rally around you, often they don't. That's where I want to redirect you to. Who are you putting your trust in? having that intimacy with God is crucial to support. So today I'm encouraging you to check you. Just ask yourself, who's there when I need them? Who can I go to? It's important to form the right team, and God will give you the people to place on your team. And when you get somebody that's in your corner and they're supporting you, don't get stuck with the lack of support that you can't see the support that's right in front of you. Because I know we all do it. Even myself, every once in a while, I'm just doing a support checkup. And I'm thinking that this person haven't liked not one of my posts. They haven't shared not one of my huddles. They haven't shared not one of my podcasts. They haven't gave me an encouraging word. They haven't done anything, but I see them always over here on Beyonce page, or always over here with Jay, or always over here with somebody else, or with somebody else, when I know the information that I'm putting out is beneficial. Because see, I've helped you before one-on-one. And now you won't even give me a like or share or anything. Let me tell you, that thought process will consume you. And before you know it, you will have missed the person who did like, who did share, who does comment, who does make purchases, who do invest. So don't be overshadowed with the lack of support that you miss the support that's there. And be sure to recognize and give them kudos for that support. Oftentimes on my social media streams, I see, man, I can't get nobody to support me. I can't do this. I can't do that. Give that time, give that energy to those who are supporting you. And God will do the rest. He will cause you to increase when you put Him first. So to give you a brief recap before we come to a close, this month, the month of April, we're talking about encouragement. And we're starting off with support. Who are you supporting? How do you support? Remember, the definition we use for encouragement is the action of giving someone support, confidence, or hope. And we started out talking about support today. And your takeaways is to do an inventory. Who are you supporting? First, measure yourself. And then if everything lines up, begin to look at who's in your corner. Once you recognize who's in your corner and they are supporting you, be sure to recognize and give them a praise, appreciation. Let them know that you do it. And I know this may be something you may do all the time, or it may be something you have gotten lack in or slack in. Pick back up. Remember to talk to God. God has given you discernment. This is the season of divine connections. He's also told you who to cut. And if He told you to cut somebody, you need to cut that person. If He told you to bring somebody in, you need to bring them in. Yeah, pause right there. Because sometimes we be like, I don't want to be with that person. Remember, obedience is better than sacrifice. Remember the promises of God. He said He will give provision for the vision. Provision. And that means that what you need is already there. So do a support wellness check. Make sure you are supporting, and then make sure the people that you're bringing in your corner are supporting you. That's my time for today. I'm going to leave you with this inspirational message. and it is simple.